EA Sports coverage of the National Football League takes us to Southern California as we've got playoff football ahead in the City of Angels. Coming up, it's the final game of Wild Card Weekend, and we've got a good NFC matchup in store between the Atlanta Falcons and the Los Angeles Rams. Winner go home is the mantra, and off we go. We're underway in this NFC wildcard game. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
Set, ready? 15-1, 59.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And that is the kind of tackling they want to see all game, as he'll lose yardage to start things out. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Brings up second and 11 at the 23-yard line.
After the loss to start out, here's second and 11.
Yo, faster. Leo. Ready?
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. Just a 1-yard pickup on the play, and it'll be 3rd and 10 now. So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive. Looking to throw. And he's got a man, Calvin Ridley. First catch of this wild card game for a 1,000-yard receiver in the regular season. He's got a first down, too.
First down, Atlanta.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Go.
They'll look to throw. And he gets this one to Ridley, complete. It's a gain of 11, and the Falcons pick up the first.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe needs some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double-team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
He'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. They're going to look to throw. They'll set up the screen for Freeman. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it. They love it, because now everyone gets locked in. Your confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sidelines thinking to themselves and expressing, just keep throwing it. We're doing pretty well.
Hey, exit. Hey, rock it.
He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.
After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long.
Rock it.
They'll set up a throw. And he will find Ridley. That's complete. A very well-executed play. It goes for 29 yards. And a good sign for them right now to have their young quarterback looking confident on the opening drive.
Now, we haven't met a young quarterback, a veteran quarterback. It doesn't matter. We haven't met a quarterback yet that doesn't tell us he's confident about his abilities, right?
That's true.
But when you're young, it's really important to get off to a good start because it does build up that confidence and allows him to play better as the game goes on.
Especially crucial here on the road. He fights forward for a couple with a penalty flag down. And the linemen, they're already walking back. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll get inside the 40 to maybe the 38-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
Line 36. Protein spill.
Call it a 3-yard gain, but they'll be forced into a 3rd and 15 coming up.
I'm not sure that you'd call it a trick play, but they definitely showed some imagination there. I wouldn't be surprised if they want to come back and show this play a few more times before this one is over.
And they're going to get him down well short of the 1st as he can only get this to the 30. 6 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring us to the end of the 1st quarter. We're scoreless after 1. And his kick is good. And the Falcons are out to a 3-0 advantage. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. So I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone and get you 6?
Come on, set. 10-2 stop. Back to pass. 6, let's go.
McSorley, 1st and 10. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
Now on 2nd down, this is Gurley. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. A 2nd down play results in a loss of 2 yards. And for the Falcons, 5 men in the secondary, now on 3rd.
High 7.
Check Mike 6. Quit talking about it and bring it. Mike 6. Let's go, D.
On 3rd down, it's McSorley. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And they had a long drive last time, but they had to settle for a field goal, and I'm sure that's how it felt to them, settling. They probably should have gotten in the end zone.
Yeah, not out-and-out joy, right? Because that's what you get when you put the ball in the end zone. But there are benefits to that type of a long drive. Your defense gets a chance to take a break, adjust a little bit, maybe get themselves ready to get back out on the field and play a little bit better. So they'll take the benefit even though they wanted the 6 points.
And maybe wore down the other defense. We'll see. They run. Devontae Freeman.
I got you, boy.
Give him 8 yards there. Still a few inches to go, though, as it'll be 3rd down and about the length of the football. third down. Devontae Freeman. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. Fourth down now after a loss of 2.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
They'll try and throw for it here. This one caught by Ridley. Well, they deemed it 4 down territory, and they got 4 yards to pick up the first. This is Freeman on 1st and 10. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
Ready, break. Hey, watch the ball, watch the ball. Check 9, check 9. Kill. 80 weapons.
Running the jet sweep with Ridley. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. No gain that time, and it leaves them with 3rd and 11 coming up. The Falcons on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 11.
Hey, Charlie. Look at me. Go.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. And he will find Ridley on the left side. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Atlanta. Coming up at the half, we remind you that we're going to do what we've done all year. We'll get you down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown of what's going on here in this wild card weekend as we begin the road to the upcoming Super Bowl. He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down. 2nd and 6. Now they set up the screen. That's complete.
So many screen passes are the result of excellent acting by everyone. But sometimes the guy who's getting the ball tips the play off. The running back, because he's eager to get the pass. And sometimes he doesn't act very well about whether he's going to block or leak out or whatever. And I think that they saw that, and that's why they're able to get to him on it.
3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up 4th down.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. And this one is right down Broadway. And they're able to double their lead just before half. It's 6-0. Still a little bit of time left here in the 2nd quarter, but they do get 3 before the half and expand that lead.
And they have to be happy about that, and we haven't met a team yet that doesn't put an emphasis on trying to get points on the board in the last 2 minutes of a half. They'll be real excited to have those up on the board.
This will be taken in at the 1. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. The L.A. offense ready to go for their next drive. So you're under 30 seconds to go. Field position not great. Time to call it a half, wouldn't you say?
Well, you know we all have that little extra gene that says let's push the envelope a little bit, right? What needs to be going through the play caller's mind right now, a potential fumbled snap that can get returned, a strip sack that can get returned, right? Any of those types of plays, that should be a deterrent to calling something that could get you in big trouble.
Ready?
Looking to throw on 1st and 10. Here's McSorley. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. K1 short. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. So we come upon halftime here in this NFC wildcard matchup. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. One of these two teams about to play their final half of the season as we're back at it in this NFC wildcard bout.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
Yeah, they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the third quarter. All they have so far, the field goal. Throwing on 2nd and 14. McSorley. And that's going to be incomplete.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Here's McSorley now, 3rd and long, escaping the pressure right. He completes this one to Mack. His second catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a first down.
And there was absolutely zero pressure on the quarterback on that play. 3rd down, and he has all the time in the world to eventually find an open receiver for a first down pickup.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
It's our time. Deuce. Wide. Get wide. Kill.
6-3. 218. Shoot.
Gurley. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. Hate to say it, but that play typifies what we've seen from this offense all game long.
Yeah, don't you think maybe you flip over your play sheet as the offensive coordinator and see the side that says try something different? Because this has not worked all game long. They continue to try and get it done. They've got to come up with something a little bit different. Try something special, something they haven't seen.
Anything to score a point. That's a gain of 13, first down Rams.
Mike 6. That's right, baby. They don't want it.
Hey, orbit.
Mike 6. All right, T. Let's turn. All right, T. Mike 6. Woo! Hey, check Mike. Mike 6.
Go.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Flush to his right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Big Shaq Lawson gets the sack there.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
Now before this 2nd down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. And the job becomes twice as difficult now after the sack. It's 2nd and 20. Throwing on 2nd down, McSorley. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 44. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. 14 yards there and a Falcon first down. Freeman again, a first down carry. And little room to maneuver there. He gets it down to about the 39. Michael Brockers in on the stop.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the Rams' 39-yard line.
Hey, watch it.
6-6. Pull it high.
SOS.
Hey, lock it.
On second down, it's Freeman. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that's going to make it 3rd down and 10. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Watch the safety creep.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Anger is on to punt, and he gets this one away. And this will be out of bounds at the what here? The 12-yard line.
At their own 12-yard line.
The L.A. offense ready to go for their next drive. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10.
Bravo.
Line 6. Hey, man. Watch the boot. Watch the boot.
Get it.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line.
They should have known.
Set. 8, read.
Check Mike 6. Target.
Hey, wahoo.
Mike 6. It's our field. Hey, it's our house.
Big grip.
Off of play action, it's McSorley. He's going to dump it off to Gurley. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run. Even though this offense doesn't have a single point to its name, they're not totally out of this game yet. A touchdown here, they could be in business.
And how about that last play? Now they've got momentum going, so I'm a big advocate. Get back on the line of scrimmage. Throw another play at them while you've got them rocked on their heels.
Now McSorley going right side here, and that's complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. That's a gain of 13, 1st down Rams.
Greystone travel.
Line 6.
Shoot.
Here's McSorley on 1st and 10. Gonna throw right side here, complete. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Here's McSorley to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. They go play action now with McSorley. And he comes back with one complete. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a 1st down.
I think a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red zone? Well, the windows are tighter. Everything's more condensed. It has to be quicker, and you've got to deliver the ball on time. Your biggest worry? Ball gets tipped in the air. Because if that happens, then it's fair game for the defense.
This will be a 2-yard loss on the play, and that'll make it 2nd and goal.
At the 5-yard line.
Nice 7. 55 is Mike, guys. 55. Come on, D.
Check 55 to Mike. Check 55 to Mike. Here we go.
Hey, Haywood.
McSorley sets to pass. Flushed out right. This will be caught at about the 5. That one good for the completion percentage, but no gain. It'll be third down. If you're going to pass down here, you better get that in the end zone.
I agree with you totally, and as we both know, the field's already condensed. There's just not a lot of space, so you've got to create some by getting some people downfield into the end zone. If you want to throw it short, you've got to have some movement, some room in order to do that. That one didn't work.
Meanwhile, on third down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
On fourth down, here's McSorley. And it's complete. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Todd Gurley there to make the grab, as his guys are an extra point away now from taking the lead here in the fourth. A very important extra point there, up and good, and they take the lead here at 7-6. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that side.
He's got a man, complete. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. A really nice gain of 25 yards. The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. They come up on a second down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire.
No. Hey, Alpha. Check.
Here's 2nd and 8. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down. 3rd and long coming up. Defensively, you pressure the quarterback or drape all over the passing lane?
Yes, that's exactly what you do. It's both because they're not mutually exclusive. They may have been at one time in football, but not anymore. You want to have that pressure. And if you have a big-time pass rusher, send him after the quarterback and then make sure you blanket the field.
Switch.
Topper.
Switch. Hey, check 24. Watch 24.
Hey, Sam off. Sit up.
Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
Leo. Hey, orbit. Down. 2.
They'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off down near the 5. And it's a huge return as he brings us all the way back down to the 15-yard line.
And that one, it's going to hurt big time. You're in the 2-minute drill trying to get your guys down the field, and it's looking like they're going to come up just short, as this is definitely not his best throw. And it'll wind up being intercepted.
On first down, it's Gurley. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. That really sets him back. A loss of 6. And they're going to take it all the way down and just take the delay. And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5.
Ready?
Get the ball. It's coming this way, Here we go.
Say go.
Did he just clock that? Looked like he tried to stop the clock, but the clock wasn't even moving. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long.
5. Snap.
Throwing is McSorley, and he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. On the right hash, officially this will be a 51-yard attempt. And his kick is good. Oh, he just did tuck it into the bottom of that left corner. And they bump the lead up to 4 now at 10-6. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. And he probably should have stayed in the end zone as he'll muster a return up to only the 14-yard line.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. One possession game, time very much a factor. How does the offense handle this situation?
Well, in a lot of cases, they should be somewhat relaxed. And I know that's counterintuitive because this is a pressure situation. But this is Friday practice every week of the season. You go over this situation, having to go downfield, limited timeouts, got to get out of bounds and keep the drive going and set yourself up. Defensively, you can't just lay back and let them do whatever they want. So it is a cat and mouse deal here. How much pressure will the defense bring, and how much pressure can the offense handle?
We're going to find out. He's back to throw. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. Give him 3 on the play, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down. The last catch did get 3, but they're still left needing 7 yards on 3rd down. And he's got a man, Calvin Ridley. And a timeout coming in. This will be their final one with 10 seconds remaining.
First down, Falcons.
Here we go, here we go. 50, plant. X3, 218, chopper. Protein spill.
Back. Diamonds of Mike. Wild Bill.
Ready?
Back to throw. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining. He's looking for Ridley again. That'll bring up second down.
It's now second and 10.
Second and 10 now from the 27.
6-6, bullet high.
Watch twins.
Get it.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run pass option. No gain on that.